we're gonna have some fun and do a good old-fashioned film versus digital photo shoot with my friends Daria and Michaela. Daria is gonna be our film photographer today. She is shooting on her Pentax 645. I am the digital photographer today, and I'm on the Fuji X-M5, and Michaela is our beautiful model. Let's shoot. Today we are shooting in Nomad Studio here in Toronto. If you are a photographer in Toronto, I highly recommend you check out this space. It is absolutely fantastic. They have graciously given me, Daria, and Michaela a few hours to shoot in this space for this YouTube video, and it is one of my favorite spaces in the whole city. The space is approximately 700 square feet and features 14-foot ceilings with what I like to call two different sets in the space itself. You have the space closer to the window with gray walls and a very clean slate, and then you have the more living room, cozy lifestyle set further away from the window, which has a beautiful color palette, beautiful decor, beautiful furnishings, and overall just such an aesthetic vibe. The studio also has wardrobe available. There's coffee and snacks. There's a C-stand ready for you to use. It is a very well-equipped studio that I love to shoot in. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw a couple shoots I recently did in this space, one being with the Fellow coffee mug and the other with the Seasons diffuser. Both were shot in the exact same studio because I just love the colors and the light in this space. Thank you so much, Nomad Studio, for giving us the space to shoot in today. So let's go shoot.
Hi everyone, I'm Daria. I'm a photographer from Toronto. I shoot primarily on film, and today I will be shooting on this Pentax 645 medium camera with Kodak Portra 400. I'm just gonna trick my camera now. I'm just gonna let it think that it's a 200 ISO film, just so we can let more light into the camera, and we're gonna make the shadows and the highlights softer. Okay, so let's load the film in.
Okay, yes, the title of this video is Film versus Digital, but this is not meant to be a competition at all. In fact, this is meant to be more just a fun shoot, a fun comparison to show you guys what a film camera and a digital camera can produce in the exact same setting, the same studio, the same props, the same light, and with the same model. And on top of that, I thought it was very fitting to shoot with the Fuji X-M5 that Fujifilm sent me to try out because it has so many film simulations built into the camera, which makes it as close to film compared to any other digital camera out there. All the shots from the Fuji X-M5 are shot in JPEG, straight out of camera using the Kodachrome 64 preset that you can find on Fuji X Weekly. And like Daria said, all the shots on her Pentax 645 are shot on Portra 400. Now me personally, I shoot both film and digital, but if I had to balance it out, I would say that I shoot digital about 90% of the time and film only about 10% of the time, and that is mainly just because of my chosen workflow when it comes to my professional work.
To be honest, I've never shot digital, so I started my photography journey with shooting film. I've been shooting it for like 5 years or so, and I've been doing it professionally for just about a year. I love shooting film just because, first of all, I would never be able to go through 1,000 pictures and to choose just one that turned out well. I prefer to just be intentional with my process, to be in the moment. I also love the colors that film gives us. I feel like it's impossible to replicate that with digital, even though you can come really close. They're not as good as film colors.
Some of the obvious pros with digital photography are that you have unlimited options and tries when it comes to getting the perfect shot, whereas on film, you only have a very limited set of images to work with. In this case, Daria only shot one roll of film, which is only 15 shots, whereas I probably shot a few hundred pictures today. I look at this as a benefit, especially with commercial photography. If you have a limited budget and a limited amount of film to work with, there's a higher chance of not getting the perfect shot. But with digital, all you need is memory cards, and you can get thousands upon thousands of shots, and then after the fact, choose the perfect one in post. The reason I love some of the Fuji cameras so much, including the Fuji X-M5, is because of those film simulations built into the camera. They offer a really beautiful color tone and energy and character to the photos that is basically the closest thing to real film. That being said, I also believe that it's almost impossible to replicate the exact perfect tonality and character that real film stocks give to a photograph, but I think Fuji does a pretty darn good job.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm the model from today's video, and I'm actually wearing my own brand called The Label. This hoodie is a sample, but we're thinking of dropping it very soon, so stay tuned.
Another benefit for me as a digital photographer is that I'm not having to worry about focus issues, I'm not having to worry about exposure issues. All of this technology inside of a digital camera in 2025 is so impressive and really helps me when it comes to my workflows so that I can actually focus on making my artwork that much better.
Things I don't like about film is that I can't see the results right away, that's for sure. Although I kind of prefer to look at it positively, and again, it adds to the excitement of shooting film. Sometimes you get the ruined shots and you cannot just do anything because of it. It's very expensive. That's the main one. That's it. Otherwise, I love it.
If you guys have watched any of my videos in the past on my Canon EOS 1N 35mm film camera, you know how much I love shooting with that camera because there is just something so intimate and tactile and real about shooting film. As you can tell in a lot of these photo examples, the film photos offer a very real, raw approach to photography, while the digital photos, even though they emulate and kind of look like film, definitely offer a more commercial and sharp and digital look and feel, because they are. Now, like I've said, neither film or digital is necessarily the way to go, but they both have their application. They both have their pros and their cons, and depending on the project, might be the way to go for you as a photographer. The way I personally like to describe digital photography is correct, and the way I like to describe film photography is feeling. As much as digital offers a much more correct image, the feeling of a film image can honestly just not be replicated perfectly. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison between film versus digital photography for a portrait session. As you guys saw, there's a lot of pros and cons to both shooting film and digital, and you can get beautiful, amazing results with each. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video down below, and leave a comment what you want to see more of on this channel. Thank you, Michaela and Daria, for being on this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.